Hey everyone, how's it going? So I'm just going to move into the next topic here. We're going to be talking about bonding between different elements to form compounds. And the one that we're going to focus on for this lesson is ionic bonds. So ionic bonds, those are bonds between a metal and a nonmetal. So remember, if you're looking at the periodic table, the metals are all on the left side, except for hydrogen, and all of the nonmetals are on the right side. So we're going to have one element on the left side of the table and one element on the right side of the table reacting together. If you're not sure if it's ionic, that's a good way to tell is by looking at the periodic table and just looking at where those elements are in the table. So what happens is the metals, they are going to give up one of their electrons to the nonmetals. So then what happens is the metals are going to keep giving away their electrons until they don't have any outer valence electrons left, and then their inner shell is going to be full, so it's going to be more stable that way. Same thing with the nonmetals. They are going to keep taking electrons until they fill up their valence electron shell, and then once that's full, then those will also be stable. And remember that the elements need to have 8 valence electrons to be stable in total. So here's just a little picture here. This is the metal here, and here's its electron, and it's going to be giving it to the nonmetal. So when we talk about metals and nonmetals giving away their electrons, if an element has a different number of protons and electrons, then it's no longer called an atom, but it's called an ion. And specifically, when we're talking about ionic bonding, they have special names called cations and anions. So the cations, you can see here, they're going to be positive, and the anions, or if you want to think of it as the onions, they are going to be negative. So, there we go. So what happens is, the metal is going to be giving up its electrons. So it's going to have less electrons than protons. So it's going to have less negatives and more positives. And because of that, the metal gets a positive charge because its positives are more than its negatives. And that's, again, called a cation. And then similarly, the nonmetal, we're going to call it an anion because it's going to be gaining more negative charges. So its negative is going to be, it's going to have more negative than positive. And those are called anions. So your metals are going to be cations, and your nonmetals are going to be anions. I'm going to record another video shortly, just giving a couple of examples of what this kind of bonding is going to look like. But that's it for right now. So if you have any questions, just let me know. And if not, have a good one. See you guys.